All right, Lions fans, let's talk about this preseason game versus Pittsburgh today. Very interesting game, man. Just want to come to you guys real quick before I get ready to set up for our We Three Kings pod. So make sure you guys check that out. After you get done watching this video, we'll be live for probably about 2 hours. So, man, very interesting game. You had two teams out there. You had the defense, you had the offense. Let's start with the bad first. Let's just, the elephant in the room. We have a problem. I've said this several times to you guys here on my channel. We have a problem at quarterback. We have a history at having a problem at quarterback when we have Jared Goff and literally nothing behind him. Nothing behind him. These guys put on full display why they cannot be backup quarterbacks for the Detroit Lions. It's just not going to work out. Boyle is absolutely terrible. I've been saying it over and over ever since camp. He's just terrible. He's horrible. Blau is no better. He's better than Boyle, but that's not saying much. That's, like I said, you just kind of got to ask yourself, I know you guys seen the reaction live that I had when we took a player in Josh Pascal, who we still haven't had opportunity to see, hasn't been able to touch the field because of the injury issues. But I was one of the few guys that was kind of questioning that pick because you had a Malik Willis on the board at that. You had an opportunity. You also had a Nakobe Dean on the board during that time. So, that's just something that's just going to be questioned. It's going to be questioned. Me personally, I'm to the point right now, just get me a quarterback in here. The draft was the draft. Give me a quarterback in here. I know we've been watching Malik Willis and some of the highlights. Yeah, that's why I said you will take him in the later round and not early. But in this situation, just give me somebody. I don't care. Go get Mason. Go get Mason. Go get Mason, man. Just do that. Somebody has to come here. This is not going to work. It's not going to work, man, because if Jared Goff injures his pinky finger, we're done. We're absolutely done. So, we definitely talking waiver wire situations here. Somebody has to come here, make a small little something, do something, because this is bad. This is bad, man. I did not want to see those starters out there with Boyle in the first place. I would rather them play with Blau and Boyle play with the back end of the guys that's on the bubble. But for some reason, we just keep marching Boyle out here in front of Blau like he's better. You know what I'm saying? At least Blau tries to use his feet, or he tries harder. I'll say that. But Boyle is terrible. Boyle is terrible, man. So, that is a tough situation that we got to deal with. The Lions need to address that immediately. We had an opportunity to address that in the draft. We chose not to. Like I said, man, I'm not the one to sit here and knock Pascal because he hasn't hit the field yet, but it's kind of disturbing the fact that he hasn't played yet, and we have an opportunity to see these guys be productive on their teams, that were available around that pick. So let's just act like that's not a reality. With that said, the offense, man, just could not get it going. Quarterback played terrible. The running game was a little bit better as it progressed throughout the game. Jackson he gets positive yards. So it's definitely going to be tough in this running back room. If the Lions decide to stick with 4 running backs, man, it's going to be tough between Jackson and Jefferson. I'm kind of leaning towards Jackson right now. Ever since training camp, throughout the preseason, he's just more productive. He just is. He just is, man. He's more productive. When he gets the ball goes forward. That's what you want out of running back. So it's going to be interesting to see what the Lions do with this situation if they do decide to go for running backs. The running back position, the tight end position, those are some of the positions that, I'm kind of unsure about when it comes to the tail end of them. Let's say that. With the wide receiver battle, I think I kind of got an idea now of where we end up, with the wide receiver battle. Obviously, whoever wins the 5th spot, the latter guy is going to end up losing that anyway, because, come on, when J-Mo gets healthy and he returns, then somebody's just out of spot. You know what I'm saying? So, it's going to be fun to see what we do with this roster as we make our final cuts and where we end up with, who we have on this team. I'm definitely going to do a really good breakdown on this roster because the Lions have some decisions to make. Didn't feel good for Pimpleton today, man. Pimpleton dropped another big pass, man. It's been a problem throughout the preseason. You know, we was all pushing for Pimpleton, but like I told you guys, I didn't think Pimpleton had enough to make this roster. Dropping passes in practice, dropping passes during the preseason, just looked, you know, outsized, obviously, out there on the field. Just not good that you drop him pass, especially in big moments like that. So one thing that Dan Campbell, any coaching staff, period, they're looking for you to show up when the lights are on. And he has not been able to do that consistently. So definitely not good for him. Not looking for him to make the roster. Unfortunate for the young man. But yeah, not looking good for Pimpleton. On the defensive side of the ball, though, the defensive side of the ball, they played well. We gave up one big play today, but I mean, it is what it is. We gave up a big play. We kept them out the end zone. You know what I'm saying? So when your defense is doing that, that's you got a really good chance to win football games. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we gave up some field goals, but it is what it is. Let's not act like, you know, we got our full roster out there. You know what I'm saying? But for the guys that were available, especially the starters, productive. Let's start with the defensive line. Listen, Hutchinson and Harris should be fun this season. They should be absolute fun this season. Austin Bryant as a reserve also fun this season. Hutchinson and Harris went out there. They got a double sack, kind of more like Hutchinson's because he got there first. But definitely just pushed his way through two guys, man. It just ended up with the sack, man, with Harris helping. Both of those guys also drawing the penalties, man, drawing the holding penalties. One of the things that I talked about in the past about Aiden Hutchinson, you know, a lot of holding calls in college that he did not get. A lot of them he did not get. He's going to get those calls in the NFL. He's going to get those calls in the NFL. So he does a good job of using his arms and making it known that, hey, I'm being held here. So he's been able to consistently do that throughout preseason. That's what you want to see from a rookie, man. Making heady plays like that. But he's a problem. He's going to be a problem. And it's man, we finna have some fun watching Hutchinson this year. But Harris is definitely not a fluke situation. That wasn't a fluke. I think he's going to be productive once again this season. It's going to be fun watching those two as we add to the rest of the D line with the rest of our starters, man. But yeah, that starter situation on the defensive side of the football is also something that we're going to have to pay attention to. Not per se with the D line. I'm talking linebacker. I'm talking cornerback today. Okudah started opposite of Oruwariye, which I figured he would. Like I said, just about a week or two ago, we had a bunch of people bashing, Okudah. You know what I'm saying? Because Harris went out there and got some reps, man. Overreacting, overthinking, as usual, as a lot of us football fans do. But one thing he's been throughout the preseason, and that's solid. That's solid. He's not been giving up big plays. He's been solid, flat out. And today he was even more solid. Made some big plays during some big moments today while he was out there. And Okudah was very, very sticky out there. Very sticky. He had an opportunity to get an interception, but it was a penalty flag thrown. But Okudah, for what I've seen with my own two eyes, has been solid. So I'm looking forward to the season to see Okudah out there in a real game situation, especially with the emergence of the defensive line being able to create some pressure. You know what I'm saying? That helps him and Amani out a lot. Also on the back end with our safety play, it helps those guys out a lot when we get enough pressure. We got a lot of pressure today. The Lions was getting through. They was definitely getting through that line. And that was on both sides, you know what I'm saying? Because Pittsburgh was definitely giving us some problems, giving our offensive line some problems today. We did open up some holes at times. The offensive line did seem like they settled down a little bit, but they also made it tough out there for us. So just some of the things, that I noticed today in the game. It is preseason. You know what I'm saying? It is preseason. So you can only analyze certain things. You don't want to be the one to overreact, but you don't want to get overexcited as well. You're looking for mindset out there during the preseason. That's what the coaching staff wants to see. Mindset. Is he giving it his all? Is he executing? Is he making plays? Is he, like I said, it's more of a evaluation of those players individually. The wins and losses, man, it is what it is. I know Dan Campbell looked a little bit pissed after the game, and it was a simple fact that we couldn't get in the end zone. We right there, right in front of an opportunity, man. We just could not capitalize. And that's frustrating when you're suffering at backup quarterback and your quarterback just can't make them plays, man. It sucks. So I understand totally and wholeheartedly why Dan Campbell looked upset after the game. He looked a little frustrated. So I can imagine what that speech after the game probably is going to sound like. So, yeah, but the offense, man, they look terrible. They look terrible, man. It was a tale of two sides of the football today for the Detroit Lions. And Pittsburgh, they took advantage of our offense out there with the terrible quarterback play that we have. So, yeah. But for what it's worth, man, we getting closer. We right here at the season coming. You know what I'm saying? So that's the flip side of the thing. That's all I really care about right now at this point. Listen, we make it out of this thing healthy. You know what I'm saying? Healthy. That's all I want to see. I don't want to see nobody getting injured out there. I wanted them to make it through this thing healthy because I know that is a top priority for the Detroit Lions this season. We got to stay somewhat healthy. Everybody's going to have something going on, but we need guys to be available. So availability definitely counts. We got to get that quarterback situation together. But, yeah. That's where we stand right now. That's where we stand as Lions fans. That's where our team stands. We'll continue to tune in for Hard Knocks. Should be an interesting episode, next episode. But, yeah, that's what I saw today during the game. Once again, make sure you guys check out We Three Kings Pod, man. We are getting ready to talk about all of these things live with me and my brothers, man. Also, I just want to say, make sure that you guys are safe and in a safe place out there in the Metro Detroit area. If you live here, there's an active shooter situation. He is still at large right now. He is still going around in different areas. And right now, I believe there's 4 to 5 fatalities so far. So be careful out there. Get to a safe place. Do what you got to do and get home. But, yeah. With that said, man, you guys have a blessed Sunday. I am currently on vacation, so you'll be seeing a lot of my face this week. Also, I'll be going to the Michigan game. I'll be at the Big House against Colorado, so I'll be giving you guys some content for that too. So with that said, peace. I'm out of here, man. Y'all have a good night.